What did you have?
I do agree, but I feel like a lot of guys might think like, oh, this girl is natural, and like they'll have Botox or they'll have a little bit of lip filler and they won't even know. Or like guys on Instagram will look at girls and they'll be like, oh, she's like not wearing any makeup. Little do they know like they're doing like a natural beat or something.
They're using face
guys are a little bit clueless, so then it's like,
well, I'll tell you this: if a woman gets like a little bit of that stuff done,
then it's okay.
It can be difficult to tell. I mean, it's still like, I don't know, it
you can do it naturally.
Doesn't like sit right with me to know it, but like a woman can get a little bit done and it's difficult for a guy to tell. But when chicks get a lot of it done, it's real easy to tell, and it creates like it's like weird to look at.
Okay,
for me
of course, no, people start looking weird. I agree, but it's like, okay, what if you have like, okay, I'm trying to think of a scenario. What if you? Oh, is this boring?
No. Go ahead.
What's your scenario?
I'm trying to think. Like,
do more.
Okay, what if you got with a girl and you're like, oh my God, she's like all natural, like I love her, like she doesn't wear makeup, and then like you find out later she's like, oh yeah, like I got my tits done like 5 years ago, like they just like felt natural or something. She's like, oh yeah, I've gotten Botox, like I've gotten lip filler, I've gotten like.
There's no such thing as natural feeling fake tits.
Okay,
I've got a fucking laser vision for fake titties.
No, I
know.
So nice.
I just look, boom.
They feel
fucking
so
brain
real.
does the calculations.
I mean, you haven't seen every girl with the boob
It's
job.
like boom, fucking boom, like just like Gohan right there.
But what if you never know?
Titties, fake titties, huh?
I bet I could show you someone on Instagram. Like I wouldn't want to because I wouldn't want to like put them on here. But I don't think you would know.
All doubt is removed once I feel the titties. I can tell.
Okay.
Look,
Then what
I
about
can
this?
watch
That's
a
very
woman
rare for
move
tits
and
to do that.
immediately be able to tell whether or not they're real.
Okay, fuck the tits. Fuck the tits.
Fuck
What
the
if
tits.
you're dating a girl
I'm not big on titty fucking,
and
just saying.
she
Not my favorite.
and she has had work done and you just didn't know, and you think that she's beautiful, like she has a great smile, great teeth, like clear skin, she's natural, and then she's like, oh, I'm going for like my filler appointment, and then you're like, ew, what the fuck, you're getting your like lips done? She's like, yeah, I've gotten it done like twice before.
And
Then
you're already
gonna,
like 6
her
months
less?
in.
Yeah,
Honestly,
You're gonna like her less?
It would not sit well with me. Yeah.
But
you still
what's
talk to
so
her?
bad about it? Like if the girl like.
Because I feel like I've explained this on previous podcasts. I feel like I'm getting catfished as to who you actually are, and on like a deep biological level, it's like I want to know. Okay, if I'm marrying a woman and we're gonna create kids, I want to know what are the materials I'm actually working with here.
Okay,
and
so
if
what
I
if
find
she told
out,
you up front then, and you still loved her as a person, and you still found her naturally beautiful, even though it wasn't natural, but it looked naturally beautiful.
that's
she
a
was
different
honest.
that's a different story.
Okay.
That's a different story. But like to her question,
Like hiding it in a way.
yeah, like if she like
But
hit
who's
it.
hiding it? Like she said that she's going to her filler appointment. You just never knew. Like
Well,
you couldn't
I'm
tell.
I'm just telling you the instinct I would have upon finding it out. Like
You'd be like,
something would
ew.
like not sit right with me.
Because it wouldn't
how
just be
about-
about the way she looked. You're thinking about when I have kids with her, when I do this.
When I
and
have
that.
kids with her,
it's,
her
it's
lips are
not
gonna
even
be
like
smaller?
a conscious thought.
Yeah. It
it's
just
it's like a
happens.
biological, instinctual thing. It's like, oh, what I see is not what I.
So I can't
that's not
mate with
actually the
someone that
DNA
has
that
like
I'm
plastic
Yeah.
surgery. Like you guys look down on girls that have
I'm not saying
plastic
I'm not
surgery?
saying I look down on girls who
I
have
do a
plastic
little bit.
surgery, but it's
I
not-
do a little bit.
It's not my preference.
Chase is a nicer guy than I am.
It's not my preference.
I look
What
down
about
on him a
like
little bit.
dentist work? Like how do you guys think
like,
about
what
that?
are they called? The veneers?
Like
I mean, I
Veneers.
saw a video on TikTok like a year ago of some chick who like had no teeth and was like,
Raven DT donated
We're gonna- this is a good thread,
$100.
but-
Personally, I am looking for a life partner. I would not want a woman with fake breasts because they increase her risk of breast cancer and they have to be redone every few years.
Yep.
Risking your health to make yourself look like a Barbie doll
Yep.
is a nick.
Well put,
that's
Raven. Well put.
that's a fantastic point. We talked about this on a previous podcast.
So health is your concern?
No, that's one concern.
There's a lot.
That's
There's a
one
lot of
concern.
concerns.
And we're just talking personal preferences here as well, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Women can get breast implants and they can cause like severe autoimmune
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reactions over time.
I read all the stuff, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you've got that aspect of things, but yeah, for me, it's just like it's a personal preference not to have those things, and like I said, there's just like a biological, instinctual thing that happens for me when.
Okay, but what
I
about
find
the
out.
teeth thing?
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
just
teeth
so
thing.
curious.
There was
'cause some people
there was
count
this
it.
chick on TikTok who looked pretty rough before putting makeup on.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about.
Looked pretty rough before putting makeup on. Had no teeth. Looked like a recovering meth
Nick,
addict.
could you find the video?
I feel like
We'll pull it
I know
up.
who you're
Please,
talking
Nick,
about.
please
I really
find
feel
this
like I know who
video.
you're talking
The
about.
prompt you should type
she
is
got veneers?
hold on.
She didn't just get. You'll see.
The prompt you should search for, Nick, is
It's so gnarly.
like TikTok woman with no teeth makeup transformation.
It's so gnarly. I mean, even
continue, though, go ahead.
veneers. Like I wouldn't be a fan of veneers. Like I'm. It's like biological. Like my DNA is like a freaking heat-seeking missile for good
Okay,
genetics.
so I'm just like trying to figure out where is the line of like bettering yourself and then like bettering yourself too much.
Getting
Okay,
plastic
I'll put it
surgery
like-
is
I don't think he
never
thinks
bettering
getting
yourself.
surgery
I'll put it
bettering
like
yourself.
this, okay?
That's what you think.
If a woman takes good care of herself, she eats
like
properly.
hygiene, fit.
Not just hygiene, like exercises, but also eats the proper foods to support a woman's
good
nutritional
body, yeah.
needs. Because a lot of women, for example, they way overstress their bodies, jack up their cortisol. It can make them gain weight, puts the fat in the wrong
So like gut
places on
health,
the body.
that kind of, yeah.
Gut health, but also like women should eat, like if a woman can eat in a certain pattern according to her ovulation cycle, like women have specific
You
nutritional
want a woman
needs.
who knows her body.
Who knows her body, knows how to take care of it, because women take care when women take care of their bodies properly.
You can look so
It
good.
makes a woman look way
Yeah,
healthier
I
and more
agree.
attractive. Taking care of herself like that and exercising, that goes way farther
That
than
is
a lot
so
of this other
expensive,
stuff.
though.
That's what I've always said.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yeah.
If you just buy the proper foods and eat
yeah,
them at
I
the
think I
proper
need
times
to
and
go.
exercise.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
Because they've basically ruined our food supply here in the United States.
This is true.
You have to buy all organic.
Yes.
Well,
I
just
have
learning your
But that's
autoimmunity.
just- that's-
I know what it takes,
Yeah,
and
I
it
guess
is.
it could
It
be
can be
expensive.
extremely expensive.
Meal
I agree.
prepping
That's-
honestly
They
isn't
can't make
that
it.
In
expensive.
That's just
addition-
part of the deal, though.
In addition
for
to
being a
what
person.
Chase has said about, the potential impact on health, I think it's also can be an indicator of her values, her personality. Typically hyper-focus on one's own appearance to the point that you're going to spend thousands of dollars and undergo not medically indicated, dangerous and unnecessary cosmetic surgery can be proxy for, one, body dysmorphia. That's then proxy for mental illness. I think most people don't want to date someone who is mentally ill. So hyper-focus on one's own appearance, that's excessive
cuts out half the
vanity.
planet.
Which is unattractive.
Just on its own, excessive vanity is unattractive. Now, if it gets into the mental illness territory, that's a whole nother thing. And yes, I do think that women who spend thousands of dollars to mutilate their bodies and insert toxic materials into them for, again, not medically indicated, purely cosmetic reasons, are mentally ill.
It sounds crazy, yeah.
So, ergo,
I think it's a product of the illness of the modern world,
yes,
to be honest.
I don't put the entire blame on women because there's a lot of
There's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of
Especially if you're doing social
messaging.
media.
There's a lot of messaging.
It's so hard not to.
James donated $99. Fixing teeth is completely different than getting plastic surgery. Fixing your teeth a direct benefit to your health. Any type of invasive surgery that is not a direct benefit to your health is not only unattractive, but should be illegal.
Sure, James. I don't know what the percentage of people who get veneers, if they're doing it for purely cosmetic reasons, or if they have. It's what?
It's cosmetic.
It's mostly
Veneers is
cosmetic.
cosmetic.
Don't they have to grind
Yes,
down?
you get
That's
rid of
they like grind it.
It's not to benefit
Nickelodeon
your health.
donated $99.
To Cardi
To Cardi wannabe, it's obvious when you can't move your forehead and lips you have 10 shots in your face, or the chick next to you has 10 pounds of foundation smeared on. Women tell each other men can't tell to make themselves feel better. They're wrong.
based facts.
Nickelodeon.
Absolute
Layer
fact.
tinted moisturizer.
So, just my last thing on this. I
wanna
do
add something
think,
on, too.
I think choosing to date someone who has plastic surgery is a suboptimal dating choice. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so like
For men, or I suppose for women too, but
Yeah, I agree.
cosmetic procedures. Oh my gosh.
Raven
Well, at least it got it at the
donated
beginning.
$100. Ladies, what are your thoughts about a man who would willingly have his leg bones broken and refused in order to lengthen his legs so he can be taller? $80,000
Don't
for
do
leg
that, guys.
lengthening
Don't do that,
surgery.
guys.
How would you feel about a man who would do that to himself?
It's a good question.
It's actually
I'll
really
get
bad
to what
for
I was
you.
going to say after. I think you guys should weigh in on that. Let's say a guy Are you guys familiar with those surgeries?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say a guy does that and he's 6 feet tall, but prior to that he was 5'10".
Yeah.
And you find out, you date him for 6 months or something like that, and then you find out that he got that surgery, and you had a preference for tall guys, but you find out he actually wasn't that tall. Would that change the way that you guys look at him?
Me personally, no.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't bat an eye at it. It wouldn't bother me.
You're talking about the foot guy that took off his shoes?
No, this is like after surgery.
My bad.
So, like,
You're talking about the surgery one. I mean, I kind of want you to be taller.
So you would you be less attracted if you found out that he got that surgery, or would you just?
I wouldn't be
down?
less attracted. No.
Okay. What about you?
I think like back to the shoe lift thing, it's kind of like, sad.
Okay, but would you be less attracted to him?
I think so, because my kids wouldn't be tall or the height that he is.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Then we'll get them.
We're gonna move on from that. I want to make the point that I wanted to make a few minutes ago. Cosmetic surgeries, oftentimes overcompensation with makeup, all of these different things. It's an effort to enhance beauty or simulate beauty or put beauty where it might not have otherwise been in your eyes. The thing about women, met a lot of different women in my life, met super healthy women, met very unhealthy women. The healthiest women that I've met who took good care of themselves, understood, they lived healthy lifestyles. They cultivated a really strong and healthy sense of feminine energy within them. Mm-hmm. Those women glow. And they can wear no makeup and look like the most beautiful woman in the world. And I think cosmetic surgeries and all of these things are an effort to simulate that without actually having that true inner beauty, like I was talking about before, within them. And I think they're all Band-Aids for actually becoming a healthy and whole woman. Does that make sense?
I mean,
Yes,
yeah, I think
agree,
when I
but
was my
also
healthiest.
disagree, because
Yeah.
I honestly feel really good about myself from getting my surgeries, and I feel like okay, so what I was gonna say about the whole when you want to get married and you're having babies and it makes you get the ick or something, because you're my children wouldn't be that way, to a point you've already invested so much in this person, and I would say you love this person. Mm-hmm. You would do anything for them, they're your person. Mm-hmm. So for me it's I don't care what this person has done to their body, because I'm making a baby with my person. Yeah. So it honestly wouldn't affect me at all. So I just I'm do you feel the same way? If you got so invested with that person, I
think it depends on what the thing was.
If it was the one.
Yeah. I mean, if I was with a girl and I really loved her, but then I found out that she had Veneers or something like that. I can't deny a part of me would be whoa.
You'd be
something
damn.
deeply biological would be whoa, what's going on here? But for most cosmetic surgeries, girls come through this show and they've had a lot of work done, and it's just immediately apparent, and I'm okay, I don't like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, if you're really in love with a person, that if you're really in love with someone, that feeling of wanting to create children with them is going to come from that love that you have with them.
Yeah, it's gonna over plastic surgery. It's gonna come that will be so little at that point, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm the type of guy, plastic surgery for me, I spot it and I'm
yeah.
But is that, oh, shoot.
CM donated $99.99.
Yeah, thank you, CM.
Brian, God gave them hair and they dye it. God gave them nails and they paint them. God gave them faces and they use makeup. God gave them a chest and they get surgery. If God can't keep a woman happy, then we cannot either.
You guys, you want to know something
Okay,
really
give me a rag. I'm
interesting
taking it all.
from a Christian perspective. There's a book, it's not in the Bible, but it's referenced by authors throughout the Bible. It's called the Book of Enoch, and we're about to get esoteric for a moment. In the Bible, in Genesis 6, it says that these fallen angels came down and they visited humanity. And in the Book of Enoch, it talks about how these fallen angels, they were angels that rebelled against God, and they gave humanity all sorts of technologies that humanity used to accelerate its own destruction. One of the things that these demonic forces gave mankind was makeup and knowledge of how women can use makeup. That was a demonic thing that was introduced to humanity from a Christian perspective, which is pretty fascinating.
What do you think? What do you guys think about
point.
that? The demons.
Do not
Makeup is
add or
demonic.
take
What do you
away
think
from
about
this
that?
Word.
What?
Do not add or take away from this word.
Solid reference.
Okay.
Solid reference. Respect.
All right. Yeah, I mean, and with last thing on the plastic surgery thing, because I think some women might say, well, would you rather have a girl like who's totally flat or a girl who has some fake titties and she's got perfect boobs now that she has fake titties? Me personally, take any girl, I don't care if she was totally flat or maybe one was bigger than the other or whatever. I'd prefer her however she was before getting the fake titties.
Yeah.
Then same thing with the fake lips. If she's got a small upper lip, I'd prefer her with the small upper lip as compared to a lip filler's BBL. If she's got a petite bum, flat bum, whatever, prefer that than a big giant fucking BBL. Same with lipo. She got a little belly fat. That's preferable to having the. I've seen the lipo belly. It just doesn't look right.
Weird,
like
yeah.
it's uncanny
really bad.
valley. It just doesn't look right.
That's facts.